It's Saturday the 10th of November, so it's just about 9:30, I think. God, my brain's still poggled. So, yeah, this weekend I thought we should try and have a final countdown on, oh my God, here's Daisy, on the reindeer. It feels like we should have a song. It's the final countdown. Yeah, come with me on this, you know I can't sing. Anyway, I thought I would try and get, well, I'm going to work until it gets finished. So if it's not finished this weekend, it'll get finished on Monday evening. So this is how we're going to do it. So this weekend is going to be really, really quiet. I have nothing to do. All I've got to do is take this one to the dog groomers at 12 o'clock today, which is like literally down the road from where I live. So she's going to the dog groomers. I do have the usual laundry, housework, because obviously I've been away for the last week. But this weekend is one of R&R for me. It's been a fantastic week with work, but it's been probably one of the most intense weeks ever in terms of what we've been doing and the expectations on us in this role as, you know, kind of master coach, senior coach, or whatever. So it's it's been mind changing, and I'm going to do a Stitch With Me video at some point where I'll discuss that in probably more depth. I've had a request through YouTube and also a couple on Instagram asking for me to do a Stitch With Me on my El Bessie stitching frame, so I will film that. It won't be this weekend that I'll get that filmed, I don't think, unless I miraculously get the reindeer done in record time, which, you know, realistically I don't think I will, but I will do that. And I just want to explore a couple of topics, and that being one of them, in terms of the way we think and the way that we communicate with people. So yes, I will be doing that. So I just wanted to show you, stop saying so. My brain's still not right. My brain still isn't right. I've messed up my hair. You'll have to forgive me. I'm still poggled. So I finished work yesterday about 4:30. I was hoping for a bit of an easier day yesterday. I got home at about 10 o'clock, having driven from London on Thursday night, and then I was thinking, oh well, it's an admin day tomorrow. I knew I had a lot of admin tasks to do, but I'm thinking, right, look, if I can get finish the bulk of it at 2, and you know I had a new IDA teleconference around 4 o'clock. I thought, well, you know, you can get finished, you can start the housework, and then, you know, you can do your teleconference. That didn't happen. I got off my laptop at 5:30 in the end, and I had to sit for about 2 hours just here in front of the TV watching absolute crap on the telly to relax. I was so wound up and tense. You know, when you get to that point, and I don't get to that point very often, but you know, when your head's like buzzing. Daisy's listening to me. Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? My head was just buzzing. So yeah, I just needed a bit of downtime, but I'm going to show you. I did work on Lily a tiny bit last night because I just couldn't face the confetti and the reindeer, so I did work on Lily for about an hour and a half before I went to bed. I managed to get just over an hour of stitching in this week, so I stitched on, what night did I go away? Monday night. I stitched for about an hour in my room Monday night, but then there was people to have dinner with on the other night, so I spent a couple of evenings having dinner with my boss and then a couple of other people along the way as well, so which was really, really nice, because it's good to have an informal catch up with your boss. So that was nice. I did enjoy that actually. But then it was like left her just about 9:30 and then was going to bed because I was just so tired. So I will show you Lily, and then obviously I'll show you the plans for the reindeer, so bear with me. So here's Lily. I'm getting to the point now, so I've been working my way up here. I think there is a little bit few stitches. I think there's a missed stitch over here somewhere. I need to go and put an ecru stitch in, and there's a couple down the bottom. That's for a bead. I don't know why there's a random bead down there. Anyway, I'm getting to the point here where we almost enter the wing phase, and that's where obviously the shading of the wings. Obviously they are transparent, but they alter the colours of the dress. So there's only a slight bit more here with these sort of creams, beigey browns, and then we're changing colours. I was thinking, because there's not a lot of skin on this, I was thinking of giving this skin, doing it's not 1/1, it's 2/1, it's petite point or petit point. I was thinking of doing that for the skin because I do want to stitch my other mirrors in that way, so I thought I'll try and get some practice on Lily. I'll probably do a bit of practice on a scrap piece of fabric actually first, and then have a go, but that's where Lily is at the moment. So I just thought I'd share my progress report. There's only like 2.5, 3 hours stitching in that since you last saw her, but that's her. And then we have Mr. Reindeer. So the plan is for as much part of the day as it takes to work on this section down here. I mean, I want this is going to be finished this weekend at the very, very least. But then I have all my other like confetti, see here, ninja stitches to put in, which are incredibly time consuming. So I'm thinking in my own head, and I'm not sure how feasible this is going to be because there's more confetti down here than I thought there was when I started it. If I could get this done today, I could maybe get, no, it won't be all of it, but as much of this as I can done over tomorrow. So I go away again on Wednesday evening, so I'm thinking if I can get this done by Monday evening at the very, very latest, I could get it washed on Tuesday, get it dry, pressed, and in the framers, not that it's ambitious, before I go away. Or it will be going in the following week, which will be the week of the, I don't know, 17th-ish, somewhere around there. So I'd like to get this in the framers within the next week to 10 days, because then I will have it back for the beginning of December and it can go on the wall. So this is my rationale for this. So the plan is to stitch as much of this as I possibly can. So with that said, I'm going to go. I'm having my coffee. I'm not starting yet. I'm just going to like sort of sit because I feel as though I need to for like half an hour, get dressed, and then maybe do an hour before I take Daisy to the dog groomers. But I will come back later on in the day and show you where I am. So just to remind you of this section, and I'll catch you in a few hours. Take care. Hey guys, it's about 3:20. So I just wanted to come to you to show you my progress. Get off, Daisy. She's got the thread. Get off. Excuse me? Excuse me. So, this is my progress so far. So if I remember to put in a picture of where I was before, I will, although you've just seen it. So it probably doesn't really matter that much. So this is where I've got to. So I've stitched for just under a couple of hours. So yeah, it is 3:20. I didn't start stitching till way after 1. I didn't do anything this morning except for sort of sit around in my pyjamas, just sort of staring blankly at the TV. I'm just so tired. And then took Daisy to the groomer, so she smells amazing and looks really cute as well, although you can't really tell. And then came back, started the laundry, got some clothes out on the line, and then just sat for a couple of hours. So nothing major, but you know, I have made some reasonable progress down here. I've got some few random stitches filled in and around the sections, and then some of the bigger blocks of colour around here. So I'm just going to continue around here for a little while. So I'll probably come back. Where are we now? Yeah, in a couple of hours or so, I'll and then show you the progress. So I'll catch you a little bit later. Hey guys, it's 6:15. So I've sat and stitched for about 2 3/4 hours, I think, and yeah, I've managed to get bar 2 stitches. Where are they? There's one there and there's one there. Obviously, everything sort of in here was a completely different colour to the next stitch, so that was a whole load of fun. So this partial is more or less, bar these 2 stitches, completely finished, and then I'm on to this middle page where the bulk of the stitches to do are. So there's a page here, and then there's a page which is the partial on this far side, which is only where the work is to do now, but you can see how many of these little stitches there are kicking about. And these are pretty much by and large single stitches of different colours, so there's a lot of threading and rethreading. You can see my pile of disaster over there as I've been taking the floss bags off the ring there and laying them as I'm done. So it's moving bit by bit, which is something that Daisy isn't doing, so she's flat out at the minute. So hang on, I think her eyes are open. Did you hear your name, Daisy? Yeah, she's not responding, but I think she's, oh, hey up, she's awake. But yeah, I think good progress. I'm going to make some dinner now. I bought, it's a bit naughty, but I bought an Aunt Bessie's meat-free toad in the hole yesterday, so it's got vegetarian sausages in the batter, so I'm going to do that with some veg. Daisy can have some of that with me, and yeah, I'll come back to this probably in about an hour or so, and I've had dinner, and yeah, so there'll probably be a couple more updates this evening for you, so I'll catch up with you soon. Bye for now. Hello, I've got my roasties in, so I thought I'd have a little bit of a chat to you while they're cooking for 5 minutes or so. So yeah, I look like I've been hit in the face with a shovel. I feel like I've been hit in the face with a shovel. I'm so tired. I'm working on this reindeer here, and I'm just, oh, you know, when you're just done, like not from the stitching, but I'm just like, sorry, let me move back a bit, like mentally and physically exhausted. So I've just been chilling in the kitchen, just on my recliner, watching, oh God, I've watched a week's worth of Coronation Street today, and then I've watched some various different things on YouTube, all sorts of different stuff. And then I'm thinking as well, I need to do some more, well, my poor dad does, decorating in my house. So yeah, I might actually show you what I mean by that. Let me show you. So I don't know whether you remember this, but this is my hallway. Excuse a bit of a mess, I still haven't got quite on top of everything. But when it was the old way and I had the separate kitchen and dining room, this was the doorway that went, there's some noisy birds, that went into my dining room. So obviously there's no skirting board on there, so we've got skirting board that came out of the original dining room. So the plan is that my dad's going to replaster this wall and just paint it now, because I will wallpaper this eventually, but he's just going to plaster this over so it looks a little bit better for Christmas. And then I've got a wooden unit that stood in the other room where I do my diamond painting through in that room, and we're just going to put it back where it belongs, and I can redistribute the piano in the room where I do my diamond painting, just to give myself a bit more room. And the other thing, we're going where the noisy birds are. The other thing we're going to do, sorry it's a bit dark in here, sofa's been here, there is a partner to this which is bunged into the conservatory, because the conservatory's through those doors. So I did have a partner to this, but I'm going down, I've already got it ordered. I ordered it a little while ago. It's another corner sofa, so it's not dissimilar to one that I've got in the kitchen. It's a darker grey, and it sort of comes along this wall, not the entire length, probably about as far as this one does, and then sort of skirts round and stops at the midpoint just in front of that door there, with like a chaise kind of effect. I'm probably going to stick with the yellow decor, but I'm going to put a grey-ish shiny wallpaper on this wall as a feature, and then I can swap out some of the soft furnishings if I choose to, because I have very little in the way of bits and pieces, you know, ornaments, but it's just the curtains. So I'm probably going to change the curtains. I was debating losing the fire so it stands, so there's my TV, and then the fireplace stands next to it. I never had that TV when I moved in. I had a much smaller TV, and obviously I saved up for ages to get that massive thing, but I'm just debating taking the fire out. I never put it on. It's just there. I just never really use it. And then we're through, so there's and that takes you back to the door. So it's not a massive room. Daisy's cage will not be staying there when the room's done. That will go into the room where I do my diamond painting, which is across the hallway. So that is the thought for this. So yeah, just some wallpaper on there. New carpet. I'm going to get a light grey carpet for in here, and then possibly think about whether or not I swap the soft furnishings out or just leave them as is for now, because these are more summery, aren't they? So I could get something a little bit darker for the winter and then swap these back in as the weather warms, and then you're not looking at the same thing over and over. So they are my plans for in here, and obviously the birds, bless them, stand there just in front of my simply meant to be finished piece. So I do need to find another spot for that. And then this unit, God, I've had that donkey's years, it came from my old house. That's going to come down, that's not going to be there anymore. And yeah, so I've got light wood, dark wood, so it's all really disjointed. So I don't know what I'm going to do about furniture. I'd only ever need really a nest of tables, or maybe even a coffee table. I don't know. But yeah, this is what I'm thinking of doing next, and getting ready for Christmas, because obviously the new sofa comes for them. So yeah, anyway, I'll go back to the dinner now, so I just wanted to share that with you. Daisy's playing with her rawhide. So I'll keep you posted on that, because over the next couple of weeks I will need to go and choose some wallpaper. So I'll catch you in a bit. Hey guys, it's 9:30, so I just wanted to come back and show you how far I've got to. So I stitched for about an hour after dinner, and as you can see, I am filling in the odd random stitches that are left. So there's a few around here, look, quite a few around there sadly, and then up the page. So there's only 2 pages now left with missing stitches, so they are like the odd very random ninja stitches where, you know, you're just sticking in, opening up a floss away bag or a bobbin and just taking off for one colour. So it's really time consuming, but it's getting there. It's always these bits that take the long time, but all of that section is now done on the bottom. So yeah, it's really good progress. I'm going to stitch for another couple of hours, and then I'll come back and show you how close I am to getting this bad boy finished. Yeah, it seems so near yet so far still. So yeah, wish me luck. You busy? So it's 10 to 11. I gave up stitching about 20 minutes ago. I just can't do anymore. But I've got all of this section finished. A couple of missed stitches. Not missed, but to be done. I keep saying missed and they're not missed. I'm aware they're there. And then just up into this page. So there's far fewer than there were before. This will be easily finished tomorrow. This is not a problem. I'll get this out in the morning, and there's one down there, look. That's to go in. I think there's one down here. But yeah, I mean, this is definitely going to get finished tomorrow at some point. Hopefully within 2 to 3 hours, I would hope. But you know, we'll see. We'll go with the flow. But yeah, I'm definitely on for finishing them at some point tomorrow, and then I can just do some of the stitching. Can you imagine? Oh my god. Not to be shackled by this. I can't wait. I mean, I've loved it, but oh god, I want it done now. So yeah, But I'm going to head to bed in a little while. I'm just going to sit a little bit longer. I'm just watching the Jonathan Ross show. And then I will head to bed. So I will see you in the morning. Take care, guys. Bye-bye for now. Morning. It's Sunday. It's about 10:30. We've prized ourselves out of bed. Took some doing. I do actually feel a lot better today though. I feel more with it. Yesterday was quite a struggle, to be honest. With the exhaustion, well, not exhausted but tiredness. Oh, sorry. So yeah, I just thought I'd feed Daisy. I'm going to get myself a coffee and then move into position to finish the stitching. So I'm going to be picking off back up where I left last night. So I will, yeah, I'll probably do a couple of hours stitching and see how I get on, and I'll come back and do a check-in with you. Catch you soon. Hey guys, it's 11:30. I am being totally useless this weekend. All I've wanted to do is just sit here drinking coffee with Daisy on my knee, aren't we? We've been having lots of cuddles this morning. I don't know what it is about Daisy today, but she's extra cute, aren't you? And I just want to cuddle her. Anyway, back to the stitching. So I have a bit of a plan. So my thoughts are, because I'm going to have to move the hoop because there are some stitches around the edge and a little bit further up that I need to capture. So I'm going to get these ones that are sitting down here and then move the hoop and come and capture the ones I'm missing up there. It doesn't look a lot, but what I will say is most of these are completely different colours, and it just involves swapping out the needle and thread for just about every stitch. So I'm going to get to the point where I'm about to move the hoop, and I'll probably come back to you, because I mean this is almost there, I have to say, but yeah, I will come back in a little while. So I'll catch up with you soon. Hey, it's 12:20. I've been stitching for about 45 minutes. So I have got, oh yeah, this is on the next page. I'm just thinking, oh my god, I haven't missed the stitches. But no, I've got all of this done around here. I also went up and did a few around here that were of the same colour. So I'm about to move my hoop into, is that, no, it's done. Oh sorry, I thought I saw a stitch here, but it's actually teal. It just looked very different. It stood out a little bit. So I'm going to move my hoop, and then I'm going to encapsulate everything that's not quite done here. There's not loads of stitches. I think it's probably going to be less than an hour's work, but yeah, I want to get on with that. So I'm going to move my hoop and then pop back on. There we are, the hoop is now moved. So there are stitches in and around here to be done. I know there were a couple in and around this area, but the biggest bulk of the work is around the edge. So there's quite a bit here that needs to go in to round that edge off, and then down and round. So this is where I'm going to be working for the next section. So do you know what, in all fairness, it might be as I finish that I come back and do the upload. Daisy's sniffing my foot and she's knocking my foot. I am dressed. I just put my PJ bottoms back on, so I've got my jumper on. So I'm half dressed, but when I got out of the shower I just put my pyjama bottoms back on because it's going to be a loungy day. So, oh, she's on the back. Where are you? Oh, I can't get you in shot. I'm being attacked from behind. She's on the back of the chair, you know, where it sort of goes flat. She's, oh my god, she's giving me cuddles from behind. It's 2:20 and an hour and 15 later, so 2 hours of stitching on this today. And oh my god, it's finished! I can't believe it. I put the last stitch in and didn't realise I'd actually done it. So you know when you want that kind of end stitch, and I didn't get it because I was kind of surprised I'd finished when I'd put the last stitch in, but oh my god, I love it. It's absolutely amazing. So I'm sure you will agree, it's awesome. So I'm going to film an extra video, I think. I'm going to obviously film it and then show the framed piece, so obviously I need to wash it and get it to the framers, but I'm going to do like a separate upload talking through the journey, time, things like that. So yeah, isn't he just adorable? So I can't believe I actually did it. I'm so excited. So now I guess the question is, what do I do now? So I feel like I need to start as I end a new piece. So I think I might start restitching Persephone, but I want to go away and do a little bit of research on how to get one of my patterns, so one of my paper patterns, into PDF, well not necessarily PDF format, but into a format I can use to stitch with, because obviously I could take it to Staples and have it scanned, but I want to see if I can do it myself. So I'm going to do a bit of digging around that and see if I can do it, and if I do manage, I will share it with you. So take care for now, guys. I'm just going to go and look at this gorge for a little while longer, and I will be back later. Oh, so I'm going to clean all these floss away bags away. Obviously I've got a lot of debris on here. I'm going to tidy all that up and sort of put this little box to rest. There are quite a few almost empty bobbins within this. I've nearly used a full spool of Krennic, as you can see. It's looking quite jaded now in here, but there's a lot where I was getting to the end of bobbins, so you know, it feels nice to be able to look. Yeah, here, I think that's going to go on. No, that's quite full. I'm trying to see through the viewfinder and find some empty ones. Daisy chewed this as well, or 3786 she got hold of. But it just feels nice to put this lot away. It does. It all wants sorting. Obviously these won't put into some floss away bags, just to get them nice and tidy and everything sort of put back where it belongs. You know, if there's anything worth working with, obviously I'll keep it, but it's going to be nice to dismantle this box and just put everything away. Obviously I've got my floss away bags, which will just be hung and wait the next project that they're needed for, but my Persephone is kitted up, so I am going to, I'm going to start on her. So I'm going to clean up all this mess. Oh God, it feels so good, you guys. It feels so good. Get this all moved away. And I'll catch you in a bit. So it's 6:15. My parents have been around for the last couple of hours, so I haven't done any more stitching, but what I have done is find a way to get a decent copy of my Mirabilia into GoodNotes, which is like kind of what I generally use. So I've managed to find a way of getting it converted to PDF to get it in so I can mark it on. So I ended up having to pay a £5, which was small change in terms of what some of the other apps were trying to charge me. I did try to find something that was free to make it universal for all, because I know not everybody wants to pay for an app, but I ended up having to pay like a one-off fee of $4.99, which is okay, because the rest of it they were wanting me to sign up to a year subscription of like £30, and for what I'm going to do with it, I didn't want to pay anything, but the free ones just weren't allowing me to do anything. So they're advertised as free, and then when you try to use it, it then is it's free for 7 days, and then we're going to charge you a fee of XYZ. So I've avoided that, so I've managed to get something. So I'm going to do an upload on that, because I was going to take these patterns to be scanned in at Staples, but I don't need to do that now, because I think I've got something that I can really work with. There's Daisy sitting on my knee. So I've got something I can work with, so I think it's going to work. So if it does, I'll do an upload. I've also been asked a couple of times to do a proper overview of Easy PDF for Heaven and Earth Design, so I will get that filmed and up over the next few days as well. So I've got a few different things that I've been asked to do, so I will get that done, because obviously it's, people have asked me a couple of times for it, so I will get round to it. So I'll try and get those filmed this week, and then up towards the back end of next week and into the week after, if that's all right. So yeah, as I said, it's 6:15. I'm probably gonna think about dinner, but then just spend the rest of the night just chilling out and stitching on Persephone. So I'll come and show you any progress as I make it. So I'll catch you a little bit later, guys. Take care. I just thought while I was on, before I move this out of the way, I'll show you my Heaven and Earth's backside. I think actually this is pretty neat, you know. I think that's quite a decent backside as far as backsides go, and considering that's got so much confetti in it, because I don't carry my stitches that far and I don't make a big point of making the backs neat, but what I do, which I don't know whether everybody does, I mean look here, I mean this is just blocks of colour, so as you would expect there's not much there, but I will tunnel underneath stitches. So let me find a tunnel in heavier area. So that's quite a tunnel heavy area, so you can see where I've stitched underneath other stitches. Rather than carry over, I'll carry under, and it just, I guess, tucks everything in neatly, and then eventually you'll just start stitching over it. So I may carry, I'm trying to think if I've jumped anywhere. Yes, I mean this is tunnelled under, you can see where I've tunnelled that through and across to get to my next stitch, but most things by and large are like tucked in underneath. So I'm trying to find more examples of where that's happened, but I tend to, as I said, go under by and large, and I think it just makes it look that little bit neater. Not that it really matters, I mean who's going to see the back of it when it's framed? I mean you just won't, but in terms of how I feel about the presentation when I take it to a framer's, yeah, I want it to look okay. So I have my slightly nutty opalescent fabric. I don't know whether you're going to be able to see that's opalescent, maybe if I move my camera, on my little lap stand. And then in here, this is like a box I prepared a little while ago. So it's just one of these really useful, excuse me, storage boxes, and I got this at Hobbycraft ages ago. So this is all of my bits and pieces. So obviously I did start Persephone, I'm trying to think, it wasn't last year. Was it last year? Oh, I'm trying to think. I think it might have been the year before. I'm trying to think when I was ill and off work. Might have been. Yeah, I'm sure it was the year before last. I'll be able to tell on my app anyway, but those are the shades that I'd already put into the floss away bag and started. I've got my hard copy pattern in there. These are all the other threads. Oh, they're gorgeous. All the other different shades that are to go in eventually. So they're all there in this little bag with my floss away bags ready to be put in there. I have a Sharpie pen so I can write the floss numbers on the floss away bags. Sorry, and then in here, I've just eaten an orange, and you know when it's a bit sharp and it catches the back of your throat? It's done that. I've got all of my beads in there and my Karen water lilies. I think there's two. They're not the most like inspiring of colours of water lilies, I have to say. I've got this one here. It's got like purple running through it. There's blacks and there's browns. What is this? Oh, espresso. And then there's also another really dark shade as well. I don't know where this fits in on her, but it's like got greens and browns running through it. That is Black Forest. So they're going in. I mean, it would have been nice to have like a really bright teal in there, but hey ho, you know, it is what it is. And here are all my gorgeous beads. So there's some bugles to go on. Obviously, as you'd expect, some nice shades of green, this purpley shade, oranges. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's really pretty. And some kind of brown shades with different colours in there, like AB type bead, you know, the Aurora Borealis type. My bugle. So there's some really nice shades to go through that as well. So I've got my little butterfly needle, mind you, because obviously that's got some nice green shades in. So that was from Denkai Designs on her floss tube Etsy store. So yeah, check out her. Cherise does some amazing needle minders. So I am going to go now and move into the living room and sit with the birds and then get a few stitches in this. So I'll come back at the end of the evening and show you what I've got done. So take care, I'll see you later. Hey guys, it's 11:30. Look at this little sleepy one next to me. You honestly would think I didn't have a bed to go to. I have to get up for work in the morning. I really do need to shake a leg. I just lost track of time. I have been stitching. Shame to move it away from Daisy, isn't it? To my Persephone. Yeah, I've made, you know, a decent amount of progress. You can actually see the opalescent catching the light on the fabric. It's actually pink. It doesn't look very pink, but it is more pink than it's reading on camera at the minute. But I think it looks well on this fabric. It's not translating as well as it looks in person, but it's nice. I much prefer it to the Permin sand linen that I was stitching on prior to this. It was just too much. I think this softens the colours a little bit, if you get what I mean. But yeah, I'm really pleased. So it's been a good weekend of stitching. I apologise there's not been much going on, but I've been really tired, and yeah, I've achieved my end goal of getting the reindeer done anyway. So as I said, I will show you the app that I've used to translate this across into Good Reader, or Good Notes. It's Good Notes actually. I will film the video that shows how I use PDF for my Heaven and Earths, and then I will come back and do a stitch with me, as have I'd requested a couple of times, on my El Bessie lap stand, which is still what I'm stitching in at the moment. So there's a few things that I'll get uploaded over the next week or so for you, and I'll catch you soon. Take care, guys. Bye. Have a good week. Bye.